Well, so hello everyone. Phil from DR Property Guys here. We have
Ty from DR Property Guys.
And Frank from Casa Valeria.
Frank needs a bit more of an introduction than that. I'd refer to the man as a sex symbol, a Sosua legend, one of the nicest people Sweden has ever created.
Bjorn Borg. He was good.
This is like Bjorn Borg Mark II.
I don't do cocaine like Bjorn Borg.
Didn't? Really? I didn't know that.
This is supposed to be a child-friendly show. But okay.
All right.
Anyway, guys, cheers. Welcome to the
Salute.
podcast.
Coffee today.
Frank, coffee. There you go.
Good health.
Yeah.
Cheers, lads.
All in
Good health.
Oh, that's good. So over to you, Phil.
Well, so we're
Cigarette?
having a chat with Frank because Frank came here to the Dominican Republic the first time in
2009.
2009, then left to go back to Sweden, and then has just returned back to Dominican Republic to be involved in a very exciting new project. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and Frank's experiences here and about the lifestyle here in Dominican Republic. So that's the first question, Frank, would be what got you here to Dominican Republic in 2009? What was it drew you here?
2009, that was a friend of mine called Ivan from Canada who called me over and said he just started up a dive shop.
Okay.
I worked with him in India 2 years before that.
Cool.
And he called me over and asked if I wanted to pop over to DR, which I did.
So you worked in diving initially?
Yeah. I worked as a dive master for the first year or something.
Wonderful.
Then I've changed numerous of times.
Now you guys know each other, don't you? Now,
We do.
what's the story behind that?
I met Frank. Actually, funny thing is, I had a lot of Facebook friend suggestions for him because we had like 70 friends in common. I've never seen the guy around in town. And all of a sudden, one day he showed up to my former place of work with his parents. Shout out to Bjorn and Kerry, by the way, and his wife. Shout out to Anna and baby Angelia at the time. And I think it just went on from there. Then we started working together in the same previously mentioned establishment. And we had a lot of fun together, I think. Maybe,
Yes, we did.
Maybe too much.
Sometimes.
It would be funny if the previous guy were watching this. But, yeah. we had we had a lot of fun together. We did a lot of good business together as well. Frank was very good at what he was doing at the time. I was very lazy, I'll be honest. No, I wasn't.
No, you
I
were
was,
good as well.
I was pretty good at that. And we just became really good mates. And I'm very happy that he's back here in the Dominican after being away for sort of 4 years.
4 years, yeah.
Yeah.
4 years, 2 months, and 3 days.
Wow.
But not on counting.
Welcome back, Frank. But you know, what was it in your first stay here? What struck you about Dominican Republic? What did you like about the place?
I like the ruggedness of it. It's like the unsharpened diamond, you know. You come here and you got everything, but it's not too fancy and it's not too crazy. Living in India, I would say, was too crazy.
Right, I've never been to India.
Which one? It was
Yeah,
crazy.
I've been to Africa, I've not been to India.
Sweden, everything is too perfect,
Yeah.
more or less. Over here, you got somewhere, yeah, like a rugged gem.
Wonderful. And the diving, what kind of, did you dive all over Dominican Republic?
No, mainly here in Sosua area.
Yeah. And what kind of things did you see in that time as a diver here?
In that time, it was kind of low, actually. You could see the groupers, you could see the sergeant majors and everything, but it wasn't too much in the ocean, which I've heard and seen that lately during the years it has improved greatly.
Yeah.
Well, there was a big effort by the government to sort of regenerate the reefs and stuff like that. And,
Exactly.
But you were diving, what, 10, 11 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was completely different from what you see now when you go diving.
Yeah.
Have you been since you came back?
No, I haven't been since I came back.
Okay.
Well, we did once.
Last time was 3 years with you
2017, wasn't it?
Yeah.
December.
when I
Yeah.
came here for vacation,
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much exactly 3 years now.
Yeah.
So you went back to Sweden. So how was Sweden after India and Dominican Republic? That must have been a bit of a culture shock, wasn't it? Really?
It is. It is difficult to come back after you've been out traveling and seeing other parts of the world. It's difficult to go back into the normal, secure. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but yeah, it was a very difficult move back.
Is that because everything's kind of too organized, too kind of straight, too
Yeah.
formal?
I would completely agree with that.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I think once you get used to living a Caribbean life or a life that is a little bit more relaxed. It's hard to go back, isn't it?
I mean, like you work hard. You work harder over here, I would say, for a lot of parts. But it's relaxed in a different way.
It's a different kind of work,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
When Sunday hits and you got your day off, you're in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
When Sunday hit in Sweden, you had your day off. You were not in the Caribbean.
That's true.
So you've come back for a specific reason. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. I was in contact with the owner of this establishment, and he has started more and more with another project called Taino Valley, which is this type of excursion where you go out and you walk the woods and you see all the greenery that Dominican has to offer.
Okay.
It's kind of a different place that I haven't seen too many of over here in North Coast.
So you're back
And
here
as he's moving out, doing a lot of that, he needed someone to start running this, so he can take some more time off of that.
Right.
And that's where I'm coming in, and I'm helping him out with that.
Wonderful.
So tell us a little bit about the hotel, what you've got here.
Casa Valeria, yeah, it's a hotel where I started working in 2011 when it was only 11 rooms.
Wow.
Much smaller, not the size of this. Pool is the same size, I believe. Otherwise, everything has changed here, and they remodeled it some 4 or 5 years ago completely and expanded it to 90 rooms. And yeah.
And so here we are in the middle of this COVID situation, and you're pretty much full, yeah?
We were running a good occupancy.
Yeah. How does I presume you get a look at the future booking position, and there's a lot of uncertainty, but how does it look?
Right now, there's a lot of uncertainty, as you say. There's a lot of cancellation, rebooking. People, as soon as they hear about a change, they go a little bit iffy, like we had recently with the 2 weekends now.
Yeah.
But still, I would not say it's so big as I would have thought it would be. They're
Right.
quite relaxed with the rules. We send out information. We talk to our clients, explaining as much as we can from our part to make sure that they know what to expect on their arrival.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Good bookings, a nice place. We're gonna have a little look around.
Yeah, we'll have a look in a minute. I actually
See the
had the
rooms.
pleasure of staying here this weekend past. My friends at Airbnb threw me $100 credit, so I decided I should use it, and we stayed here over the weekend, and it happened to be Frank's 40th birthday as well, so we had a nice evening there. But I mean, I've never really stayed in a hotel in town here other than Pier Giorgio 20 odd years ago, but it's really nice. I was really impressed. And you haven't seen inside the rooms, have you?
No.
We'll have a look in a minute, but if anybody out there is looking for a hotel recommendation, nice European style, nice and clean, this is a really good option. So we'll show you around in a little bit.
And you're right in the middle of town, so you don't need a car. You just walk everywhere. Everything's convenient.
Yeah, and they got an on-site restaurant.
Absolutely. Which during this COVID crisis is open till 11 o'clock every night.
The breakfast I had on Sunday was great.
Yeah.
It was a really good breakfast. It was like a Mexican burrito or something, like a breakfast. It was really nice. Shout out to the chef that did that.
Frank.
There you go.
So you're back with your family. You've got two wonderful children.
Yes.
And have you settled? You managed to settle in? Everything okay? I mean, I would imagine that takes time to
Yeah, I
get you
would
home
say
and
that
school.
there's one or two things left to do, but otherwise, during these, what is it now, 2 months? Pretty much 2 months ago since I landed, we've sorted pretty much everything else. We got the vehicle, we got the car, we got everything we needed for the house. The only thing we're still searching for is school for the oldest daughter.
Are you still okay?
Yeah,
Right.
We're still chasing that, but we're doing a lot of online right now with her.
I think it's pretty much it's all online, isn't it? At the moment.
Yeah.
You know, even out here.
And that's why it's difficult right now to choose a school as well, because you can't see how it is when you go to the school.
So everyone's excited to be back. How are the kids taking it?
They're loving it. The little one, he loved it from day one because he was born like me. He can't stand a cold.
Right.
And over here, he don't have to worry about that. The daughter, she's adapted. There's been days where it's been a little bit tougher, but most of the time she's been very, very understanding and helpful and happy about the entire new lifestyle that she's having.
Wonderful.
She's got a pool in her backyard. She didn't have that.
Well, you can't beat that, can you? Although it's a little bit cold.
As a 7-year-old, you don't need no more than that.
No, you don't. Absolutely, you don't.
And of course, your wife's happy to be back as well.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Can't forget her, Anna. Shout out.
No, she endured a lot in Sweden, being far away from family, being Latina. It was a difficult move. My family did all they could do to make sure that it all worked good. But of course, she's happy to be back with mom and dad and cousins and brothers and sisters.
So here's $1 million question. We're in crazy times right now. There's all sorts of funny things happening in the States yesterday. We got this COVID situation. And I know it's a lot of speculation, but where do you see, in your mind and your eyes, where do you see Dominican Republic, the future of Dominican Republic?
I foresee a great future about that. I do believe that, first of all, this COVID crisis, we're gonna get past this very quickly. They're doing the vaccines all over already.
Yeah.
And already seen friends back home in Sweden putting up that they took the vaccine, and not sure when it's gonna land here, but probably in March or something like that. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm not at the front of the vaccine.
No.
That's another story.
But listen, you know, obviously Sweden had a different way of handling this COVID situation.
Which was difficult coming here. because
Can
we
you
came
explain? Because, you know, everyone's saying, oh, it's not like that. It's like, how is it handled exactly in Sweden? Because we understand that
more or
everything
less
was...
the only thing they did back home in Sweden was they said no groups bigger than 50. I think it started with 500 and it went down to 50, and that was more or less what they did.
So no groups bigger than 50.
Outside of that, they had loads of recommendations. Don't go at these hours. They had special hours for elderly to go and shop and everything. But the Swedish mentality, the Swedish people are very good at following just recommendations. So that most of it got followed. You had social distancing, as I usually joke about. Sweden started social distancing 50 years ago.
All right.
I mean, like,
Something to do with ABBA, probably.
it was something they were very good at. But
But were there a lot of...
it worked good for a while, I believe. And then it's been ups and downs, and I don't know.
Has it been kind of controlled, or, you know, it seemed to be well controlled?
Up until recently, they had a new breakout, and panic has spread all over Sweden, and they started getting a little bit tougher on the rules.
Right.
But I don't know. It's a difficult subject.
Well, it is, you know, and it's one that, you know, it's difficult to talk about because everyone's got a different point of view. But
Yeah, you say one wrong thing and you got 50 letters.
At the same time, you
Inbox.
can't sweep it under the mat. You know, that's
true.
reality. So the current situation here in Dominican Republic is what is it exactly, Ty? You're the man on this.
Well, we're on curfew at 5 p.m. Monday to Friday with 2 hours of free transit until 7 p.m. and weekends now is until midday. But we've only got one more weekend left of that.
Yeah.
So then hopefully after this weekend, hopefully things
Get
will,
back to normal.
will ease back and yeah. But the beaches are open.
Yeah.
I think the beach bars are still open.
Some of them are open. We was on the beach a couple of days ago. Some of the bars, not all of them are open, but more than the majority are open.
So you can still go diving. You can still enjoy the beach. You can still have a drink on a beach bar. So
Yeah, all of that.
all is not lost.
No,
There's quite a lot of movement. I still gotta say that, even though, except for the weekends, during the weekdays, it's pretty good movement. And
Well,
over here, as we did, we started with a barbecue and everything
Yeah.
like that. We just made it. Let's do something inside of the hotel instead.
that's it. I mean, I was mentioning to Phil on the way over that the traffic right now, considering there's, probably the least amount of tourists in the last 20 years, traffic here is, you wouldn't notice that. You would have thought we're in the biggest high season ever. I mean, there's a lot of people out.
Yeah, you can't park. There's no parking spaces anyway.
And a lot of local tourists. Local tourists, we're getting a lot over here in the hotel as well. So there's a lot of movement within the Dominican.
Well, I think it makes sense. Everyone in this country that works for a company, they have 2 weeks holiday a year.
Yeah.
So why would you spend it in Santo Domingo or in Santiago? You might as well come up to the North Coast, rent a room in a hotel, go to the beach during the day and hang out at the bar during the night. It's the best you can make out of it anyway,
So your clientele at the moment is mainly local or America?
It would be, say, right now, these weeks, I would say 30-40% maybe Dominicans, and then Canada and United States.
Yeah. So it seems that people
Getting
are
a
still.
few Europeans, but it's a hard way to get over right now.
It's not easy, is it? You've got to take lots of connections. But it seems that people can still fly and still move, and I mean, certainly in this area, the situation seems to be contained. And the hospital, we were at the hospital the other day. It was very quiet.
Yeah.
Not really anything going on that we saw. That's here in Sosua and Cabarete. I couldn't tell you really about Puerto Plata, but it seems to be fine here.
Yeah, I mean, I still only know one person that's had it, so whatever. But this show isn't like about COVID. Right, let's talk about something different. He doesn't support a regular football team. He supports. We can talk about that. You went to school with quite a famous person, didn't you?
Yeah, I was in one of the parallel classes, yeah.
All right. Phil doesn't know this.
I don't know who it is anymore.
No, you don't know. But why don't you tell Phil? Because Phil quite has a liking to
Everyone
that person.
who's an MFF fan,
Yeah.
Malmö FF fan, they know why I don't know who you're talking about anymore.
Ibrahimovic.
You went to school with
Heard about that person, yeah.
Zlatan.
Oh, really?
Tell him the story. Go on.
Were you the same age, or?
MFF don't talk about him anymore.
I guess Zlatan changed clubs, a year ago or so, or they tore down the statue or something like
Yeah, I
that.
saw that about the statue.
Heard something about it.
No, he doesn't want to talk about it. He's a proper fan. Well, that's good. That's good. I like that. But yeah, no. What else can we talk about? You see, this is the thing. We're not drinking today, and all of a sudden we seem kind of dry, don't we? When we've got a few pints in us, we can't stop talking.
We'll do an evening show. Just switch over after a couple of...
What we could do, we could do another one.
Bartender, 3 beers, por favor. No, it's very early here. It's just gone midday, so we're not drinking yet. Not that midday ever stopped us before, did it?
No, working has.
Well, yeah, he is actually working, so he's just about to start work in a minute. But yeah, so it seems so far the transition coming back has gone well.
Yeah.
Would you like to show us one of the rooms around here so that the
Absolutely.
viewers can take a look? Have you got the key or?
I got it on me right now, yeah.
All right, let's take a walk and then we can. I'll pick up the camera here, and then we can.
You sorted out so he came at closing hours.
Right, we fixed the gimbal. So we were saying that's the barbecue here. This is obviously the sign, Casa Valeria. This is the pool area. So it's a 2-level hotel, ground floor and first, I guess.
Pretty much all the ground floor is accessible from the pool area, except for one. Some of the upper floor you come in from the front side. And the room I'm going to show to you guys is number 9.
All right.
This is one of our superior rooms. They go by $117 a night.
Wow. Oh, it's nice. Look at that. Oh, this is a nice room. Look at this. So you got your nice.
Superior room, you got your own microwave oven as well.
Wow.
So here you have your ironing board, hair blower, safe. Yeah.
You got the mini
That's really
bar.
nice, man.
Got the mini bar there.
Yeah. Television, cable, internet.
Wow, big TV.
Your own Wi-Fi in each room, so nobody's
Wow,
clogging
this
your bandwidth.
this balcony is really cool. Look at this. Wow, that is smart, isn't it? That's nice.
That's a really nice room.
It
This one's
is.
really nice, yeah.
Wow.
We have 3 of these superior rooms.
Really nice. Really nicely decorated. I mean, very European style. Oh, lovely, eh? So I'll tell you what, let's sort of call an end to this now. We'll say thank you very much, Frank,
Thank you very
for
much.
being with us today. Thank you very much, Phil. And we'll catch you on the next episode. Oh, before that, what's the website for Casa Valeria?
www.casavaleria.com.
There you go. Couldn't be easier to remember. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Ciao.
Bye.